it's Elizabeth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'd like to start off by showing my gratitude and telling you guys that I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for the outpour of love and encouragement that you guys have been showing in my comments, in my DMs, and honestly, if it wasn't for the love, I don't think I'll be able to continue, because you guys will get to know me because I'm here to stay for real. But sometimes I get really anxious. So when I hear like some form of like reassurance from you guys, and you guys tell me like what you want to see, what you like, that you like how I edit, it really warms my heart. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you so much. So enough about my mushiness. I also wanted to just put it out there that to show my gratitude and to show my love, because we're almost on 9,000 subscribers last time I checked. I just want to give back. I want to give back to all my loyal subbies. So I am doing a giveaway. I'm so excited. I'm doing a giveaway for 15k followers. Like once you reach 15k followers, I will be selecting 2 loyal subbies. So basically a subbie and a friend, or 2 separate subbies, just 2 people that are gonna win the giveaway. And you stand a chance to win 10,000 rand in prizes. How exciting. And that's just my way of giving back to you guys and showing you guys that I love and appreciate everyone. Because if it wasn't for all this like outpour of love, an automated system is going to select people based on engagement. So basically, make sure that you're subscribed, obviously, because it's to loyal subbies. You comment on videos, like videos, share when you can. Also snippets, clips. Please make sure you watch shorts and everything. It's basically going to choose the most loyal, most engaging subbie, and basically your friend or 2 loyal people. It depends on like how the automated system works. So just make sure that if you and your friend want to win, make sure you guys are both loyal to the game. You get it? And yeah, I don't think I missed anything. I'm just really excited to tell you guys about the giveaway because I cannot wait. Like, I love giving. I don't know, I'm the only girl in the house, so I have this mothering thing sometimes. So make sure you participate so you can win 10k in prizes in this economy. And I'm real. I'm not those like giveaways where like you participate and boom, nothing happens. I got you, babe. I got you. So today I am doing something a little different. I am doing a story time. Yeah, a story time of one of the most traumatic relationships. I have to laugh or else I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I have to laugh or else I'm gonna cry. It is easily I think it's like a kind of an event for me. It is like an event, a period in time in my life where like it really changed my thought process, my way of thinking, and it was really a 1-star experience. Like I would never recommend it to anyone else. But let's get into it. Like get your tea, get your snacks, coffee. I have mine. Right? See, I got my little tea because I'm dropping tea, honey. So let's get into it. Oh, this is good. So, where do I start? Okay, first of all, let me set the scene. This is 2 years ago when Elizabeth was still a teen, almost 19, 20 vibes. I was very much, I was a baby man, like very, I hadn't matured. Let me say that. And let's give them names. So my ex, obviously this is a story time about my ex. My ex, we're gonna call him Jack, right? Basically, I meet this guy named Jack, right? And it was around the time where like, you know, I'm young, I'm turned, I'm with my homegirls, you know, I'm doing this events thing, blah 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 blah. And me and Jack like would speak on IG, like just in passing, you know, like when you comment on an IG story or something like that, like nothing hectic, but we had mutual friends basically. Once I got to know him, obviously he stayed in Limps, right, in Mpopo. I stayed in Gauteng. I was studying in Hats, and he was studying in Limps. His family was mainly in Limps, but he had a house, like they had a family home in GHB in Midrand. So okay, fine. This event comes along and I'm booked. He's booked and his homeboys are booked. So it's like a good time. That's the first time I met Jack at this really popping, at that time it was like one of the most popping clubs, lounges in the city, right, in Pretoria. So we meet at this place. Obviously he's like, oh, you're so pretty, so nice to meet you, blah blah blah. I'm like, thank you. And then at the time, like, I had a friend who was like, girl, like, be careful of that guy is bad news, you know. And like, I've always been a girl's girl, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my friend's advice. And I was just like, nah, like, I heard your bad news, no thanks. So we left it at that, like intros and that. And then usually, like, you know, like back then, after like the club and stuff, we were chilling like the parking lot, boots open, vibes. So we were chilling. It was basically me, my friends, Jack's friends, that I was mutuals with some of them. Like I knew they were my homeboys, you know. So we in the parking lot, and you know, Jack's still trying to like grizz me up, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm not interested because I don't know, I had a bit of a side eye because while we were like speaking, his homeboys were giving that look of like, So I was like, why are your friends looking like you like that? So obviously, like, there's something that is going on that I don't know. You know, like, there is some tea that needs to be clogged. And it's like, nah, my friends, leave my friends, don't worry, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, thanks, like, I'm good. Come to find out, he had a girlfriend the entire time back in Lumps. That's why everybody was saying, like, nah, stay away from him, blah, blah, blah. His homeboys were giving him, like, the side eye, like, After I had the girlfriend thing, like, I completely cut ties. Like, I was like, I'm straight. Like, any chance you had was out the door. Because at the same time, I have to mention, this person wasn't necessarily my type. Like, he had, like, charisma. That's the thing. Jack had a lot of charisma. He had that thing, like, he had aura, you get me? So it was very easy to be intoxicated by this person being around them and all these type of things. So basically, I just got lost in the sauce at some point because he keeps trying me, and that in itself is a red flag. Now looking back at it, because this happened 2 years ago, and this is the first time I'm actually deeping, like, I'm actually sitting down and having a conversation with people about it, because it was so traumatic. Ciao. It was so traumatic. It took me 2 years to probably recover and be able to actually, like, speak about everything that happened. I think, like, almost like a month or two had passed, and then he's like, oh, I broke up with my girlfriend, blah 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 blah, I'm single now, because, like, I've never been into the other woman thing, side chick things, not my vibe. I do not subscribe. So he was like, oh yeah, the relationship wasn't working, so we broke up. So I was like, okay, cool. We didn't immediately start having a thing, but, like, we were chilling, and then, like, as I got to know him, he seemed like a really chill guy. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying, like, this person was, like, a complete terrible, it's just there was so much toxic undertones. There was so much, like, toxic undertones in the relationship that I didn't peep, because he was very controlling, like, very, very, very controlling. Like I had said before we met, both of us were, like, basically, like, in the industry, basically, like, in entertainment, doing our own things, blah blah blah. But, like, when him and I started having a thing, obviously it's like me and my homegirls, we were like the Powerpuff Girls. So it was basically like me, another friend of mine, let's call her Bubbles because she was really, really sweet, and another friend of mine, and we're not friends anymore, and I lost a friendship because of this guy. Boo. Let's call her Buttercup. Let's stick to the Powerpuff theme. I call other friend Buttercup is because, like, she never used to take nonsense. Like, she was a bully. Like, you're not about to play with me or my homegirls. So basically, it's me, it's Bubbles, it's Buttercup. We're like a trio. And he had his homeboys as well, and he had, like, this very specific homeboy who was, like, his best friend, quote unquote, and, like, his manager, because, like I said, like, he did events, blah 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 blah. Like, they curated events, they hosted events, all these type of things. So let's call his best friend Bob, right? Every single time we'd go out, girls would come up to him like, who is you, a lash tech? How do you know all the bitches? Like, what's going on here? What did I sign up for? Like, literally, like, he knew every single woman on the planet, I kid you not. And in the beginning, I was like, oh no, it's because he does events. Like, so sometimes they need, like, girls for guest lists and stuff. But, like, don't do it. Like, honestly, don't do it. Like, don't date an industry guy. That's the best advice I can give anyone who's young. If you're in, like, your 20s, there is no way that they're going to be loyal. No matter what they tell you, no matter what they feed you, do not date a guy in the industry. Whether he's an MC, whether he's a promoter, whether he's a host, DJ, actor, don't do it. Don't do it, because this is someone who's constantly being exposed to lifestyle, nightlife, the baddies. It's straight cap. Straight cap. And this is coming from somebody who, like, I dated a few industry people, and it's just the running theme. It's seriously just the running theme. Like, there is nothing that they're gonna give you besides a good time. And if you're into that, girl, by all means, go have a good time. Be responsible, but have a good time. So the relationship continues, vibes. And there was this one time, like, we were chilling at this place, like, my friends and his friends. We were chilling at this place in Hatfield. I think if you know Hats, you know Burnett's, right? We're chilling at this place that sells Hubblies and food and stuff. So we were chilling there, and these group of girls, I kid you not, like 5 girls, right, just pull up on the table. So obviously, like, I'm very confused. I'm like, huh? I'm looking at my homegirl. I'm like, girl, what's going on? And the gents immediately start getting tense, you get? Because the girls are standing there, like, we're supposed to give them, like, we're supposed to roll out a carpet and, like, introduce each other like it's the Mets or something. I don't know. So obviously I'm confused, and I catch a bit of an attitude, and I'm like, what's going on here? You get me? And I knew one of the girls. She's such a sweetheart. Like, I love her till this day. She was, like, part of the crew that was there. So they come, and obviously now, like, Bob, like I said, Bob is Jack's right-hand man. Bob can see that, okay, this is gonna turn into something that's not supposed to be. And he gets up and he greets the girls, blah, blah, blah. Basically, like, escorting them to a different side of the table type shit. Because I don't know if they were trying to join us or they were trying to start some shit. I don't know. But I'm just like, to my man Jack, I'm like, what's good? Like, what was all of that about? Because they obviously weren't there for me. So that's when Jack starts selling me lies. Okay. No, I don't know. I don't know why those girls are there. I don't know why those girls are there. That's, you saw how Bob stood up. They were obviously there for Bob. They were obviously there for Bob. And I'm just like, this is some bull. This is a no. Like, in the me was like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. Okay. Another issue that, honestly, this is my L. I used to let him drive my car.
Well, my sister, have a standard, please.
We were really intertwined into each other. Like, I don't even think you guys understand. Like, my own family was willing to cut me off because of this relationship. Like, my family was tired of me. They weren't having me a car when I was like 18 as like a matric gift, my cute Audi, like, you know, my baby German. And I love her to bits. Like, I love that car to bits. Like, I'm supposed to get an upgrade, but I'm struggling to choose a car because I just love my Audi so much. So I used to let him drive it because he had this like toxic masculinity thing of like, oh, my girl can't be driving me, blah 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 blah. He wanted to seem like, oh, he's no, I don't know. For people who didn't know, obviously it's giving off, it's his car, but yeah, very toxic. Don't let a man use your positions. Learn from me. Okay. So basically, we had driven there with my car, so we drive back to this other place where we used to book, right? Oh, and I'm not saying he didn't have his own car. He had his own car, but like he would drive my car. So there was this place that we used to book in Midrand. So I waited for him to sleep, and then I go through his phone because I knew his password at that time. He thought he cleared everything because I mean I had searched. We all watched the Joseph Diary videos. Like, yeah, my brother search sex, morning after pill, pregnancy. I had searched all those things, and he had wiped them. I had to search things like outside, Uber, minutes. That's how many. Like, that's how deep I had to go in my dive into his phone. And that's when I found a chat between who? Him and Bob. Always go to the chat with a best friend. Trust me, girl. Trust me. So I go through the chat between him and Bob, and basically him and Bob, Bob is telling him like, okay, yeah, she said she's gonna go with you, blah 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 blah.
Well, my sister.
She to be like, girl, look what happened. You gave a goblin a chance, and boom. Because I mean, like, this is somebody where like, guys, like, it was a very public relationship. Like, if you've been like following my IG or following my TikTok for like a while, we used to do Christmas shoots together. We used to do Christmas shoots together. We used to do TikTok videos together, promos together, like, and you out here in the streets embarrassing me. No, I wasn't gonna take it. Girl, I went full on media. Like, I was turning that place out. So like, now at this point, like, I'm holding his phone and I'm like, because he's lying to me. Obviously, he's gaslighting me, manipulating me. Like, that never happened, it never happened. So I call Bob on the spot with his phone. He's like, yeah, poison. I'm like, fucking poison. Like, so you and Jack are out here running the streets, blah blah blah. What's this about this girl? So I specifically mentioned, I'm like, don't lie to me, because at this point, I think the part that like really hurt me, you know, like when you're in a relationship and like you kind of like gel well with his homeboys, they become like your brothers and everything. And I was like, bro, like, I've been around you guys, like we chill together, even outside of like groove and everything. Like, we used to have like days where we chill together at that Airbnb by the pool and like planning things together, and all this. Like, these were my brothers. So you guys are like sitting there looking at me in the eye, knowing that like y'all are finessing me, basically. I think that's the part that really like messed me up. So I was like, y'all got me fucked up. And he, like, the moment I told Bob the girl's name, he was like, listen, poison, like, I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, it did happen. Like, we're really sorry. Forgive him. I'm like, forgive him for what? I turned that bitch up. You get me? I was like, nah, screw this. Actually, I just want to go home. Like, screw this. Like, I'm so over it. And like I said, like, we had just come from like a gig or whatever. So we still had like Ryder with us and all those type of things. So that's when I like tell him, I'm like, I'm leaving you. Like, there's no reason for me to be in this relationship because clearly you feel like you're the shit. Like, bye. No bars. And it was at that moment when I say like, this guy might have actually been like a sociopath of some kind, because he went from being like so remorseful on his knees, I'm so sorry, to like, he got up in an instant, facial expression changed, and he's like, that's not happening. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, he's scared. I'm like, no, I'm actually leaving. Like, I threw him his phone. I'm like, screw this. I'm calling my brother. Because my brain, man, it's like the AMs, like maybe like 1, 2 a.m. because I had to wait for him to sleep to go to his phone. So I'm like, no, I'm calling my brother. So as I'm calling my brother, he lunges at me. And bear in mind, like, the guy's like this high. He lunges at me, like, coming for my phone, da da da. And like, now we're tussling over my phone. So I'm very confused, because I'm like, what the actual F? So I ran into the bathroom to try and like call my brother. I kid you not, he broke the bathroom door down. Basically, like, pushing through, because I'm trying to like close with my weight because it didn't have like a lock. So he's like breaks it down. And he's like, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, wow, slow your roll. What's going on here? So obviously, like, I like kind of get out of the bathroom and like I'm on the bed. I'm really trying to call my brother at this point. And like, you know when like someone is like holding to it, your phone is constantly locked. So I'm like trying to open it, trying to call my brother. To the point like he pins me on the bed. And this is the part where it gets like really scary. He pins me down. Like we're fighting. And at this point, like he's pressing his weight onto me. So like I'm struggling to breathe, girl. I'm like, get off me. Like I genuinely can't breathe. He gets off me after seeing that, okay, like he's now actively hurting me. And he's back to on his knees. I'm so sorry. He's remorseful. I'm so sorry. Please. He starts crying. So I'm like, why are you crying? I should be crying. You get me? I'm like, I'm leaving you. This is not going to work. As I try to get to the door, he had locked the door and basically put the key on his person so I wouldn't be able to get it. And now at this point, like, I'm still trying to call my brother while he's like begging and everything. And he's like, screw this. He grabs his phone and throws him out the window. So now what? It's two of us looking at each other like this, like, what the hell is actually going on? And like, I don't know if he was like in a mental psychosis. I don't know, but like he was genuinely on one at that point in time. And like, I had never seen that version of him. And I feel like in seeing that version of him, I should have left. There's so many times I should have left, actually. But you know, you convince yourself that like the love means more and the bad doesn't outweigh the good. He's still a good person, friend. He's still a good person. So we're still in this room. It's crazy. Like everything's turned at this point. And then when he sees that like I'm not having it, this guy's like, you know what? If you're not going to stay with me, then there's no point in me living. And he actively, I don't know where he even got the pills from, like whether it was sinus, headache, or whatever. And remember, we still had Ryder. So he tries to, you know, by taking these pills and some like vodka or gin or whatever, and he's like putting it in. So I have to like grab this man by the throat and basically scoop, I kid you not. To be a fly on the wall on that day, you would have had like premium entertainment. I kid you not. I'm grabbing him, trying to get the pills out of this man's mouth because I'm like, you're not about to kill yourself and now I'm gonna take the blame. And honestly, that in itself, it was just crazy. So now we're fighting, and obviously now like I'm feeling like, yeah, so fast, and if you're gonna go, I'm gonna go. Like it's giving very much Romeo and Juliet, and I'm like, okay, if you want to do it, I'm gonna do it. So now he's fighting me for the thing, I'm fighting him, blah blah blah. To the point where like at some point like we just stopped, and I was like, you know what? I had to think to myself, I'm like, for me to actually just get out of this situation, I just have to comply. So now I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Yeah, it's fine. Blah blah blah. We're pretending. The next day we wake up and everything is like 100%. Everything's perfect. You know, he goes and gets our phones, you know, we good. We even go to the car wash, we have breakfast, everything's cool. For some reason, like, again, intuition, I still felt like something was up, because he was, like, basically commuting between Limpopo and Gauteng. Like, he'd be commuting, because, like I said, like, he studied that side, and I studied this side, and he had to, like, work the side in terms of, like, the lineups, the events, and all these type of things. So, okay, cool. There were times when we basically wouldn't see each other. It was basically like long distance kind of. And I would always have like this feeling like, okay, maybe something's up, but I could never put my finger on it. And I think it's also because like at some point, like when we properly started like publicizing the relationship and like posting each other and all these type of things, burner accounts would be messaging me like, oh yeah, girl, like your man is doing this, your man is doing that. And obviously because it's a burner, the person will either like delete the account after or whatever. So like he would like basically guess like, no, it's probably people who are just hating, blah blah blah. And the control factor started sitting in because when I'd work, like my things, like again, when he'd be out the province and I'd like have work, he'd send his homeboys. And honestly, like in the time, obviously he'd make it seem like, oh, it's to protect you, to make sure nothing's happening. But it was really just to like control situations and make sure that like he still has eyes, even though he's not in the province. And that's the number one thing about cheaters, because they're doing it. They want to like catch you in the act or make it seem like you're doing the same thing. Do you get me? He was projecting essentially. So there was an event happening at his school. He studied in Venda. And he was like, oh, I really want you to come, blah, blah, blah. You've never been to Venda, whatever. So normally a guy would have arranged a transport or something. No, honey. This guy came and basically made me use my car to drive all the way to Venda. And had never been there a day in my life. And okay, we take my car, we're driving. Like I said, remember earlier, he would always drive. So it's this long drive for hours. We drive to Venda. We get there. It's the evening. Bear in mind, like, this whole trip to Venda, right? I basically had to, like, lie to my rent about, like, what was going on and whatnot. Because, again, my mom did not approve. My mom did not approve of the relationship. She did not like him at all. I swear. So that in itself, like the drive to Venda was like really, I was very anxious the entire time, because you know when you're like doing something you know your parent will not approve of. I was just like, no, like something in me was just like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Like, this is not cool. This is not cool. It's not cool. And lo and behold, like I don't know whether maybe my ancestors were also like giving me signs, or the good Lord was giving me signs, but somebody was giving me signs. We get there and it's raining. I mean, like raining buckets, like heavy, heavy, heavy rain, to the point where like we can't really do anything. Like I can't really meet people, because honestly, he was bringing me there basically to like show it's my girlfriend, blah blah blah. And it's raining buckets, it's raining buckets, it's raining buckets. So the point where like we basically had to leave the event early, like very early. Like I think we were literally there for like 10-15 minutes. He greeted his boys, boom, 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 and then we went to his place in Lumps and Venda. And when we were there, lo and behold, I find lip gloss and lashes, all these girls artifacts basically. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Now we're fighting. I'm like, again, cheating again. And I'm like, you know what, you actually on some bullshit. Like, I'm over this. But at that point, I'm like, I'm in a different province, and I know what he's like from my previous experience. I'm like, you know what, like, let me not even go there right now, you know. We wake up in the morning, and again, like, I went to bed the entire time with this feeling that, like, girl, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. Like, this is not you. This is not you. We wake up in the morning. I tell him, like, I don't even want to be here, because we didn't even do the event. We didn't even do anything. So let's just go home. I'm like, I want to go home. It's a very long drive back home. I just want to go home. Plus, we had just thought about the lip gloss and everything. So he's like, okay, cool. We're going to go home. But again, like I said, he was like that type of person where like his image is really a big thing for him, and this, that. Hence why, like, also when I wanted to call my brother, he didn't want me to call my brother, because my brother knew him. Like, we all had children in the same spaces. That's another thing about being with a narcissist. They care a lot about their image and what people think about them, and they're willing to do anything to protect that image. So we're supposed to be going home, and all of a sudden, like, I'm seeing he's like kind of driving in that direction back to his school, like where this event was. I'm like, why are we going to your school? Like, I really don't understand. Like, it's a long drive back home. You get me? And I want to go home. So why are we going back to school? Oh, no, I just have to check something. I just need to check on my boys, blah, 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 blah. And so there's 2 lanes, right? He's driving again. There's 2 lanes. And he turns into, like, it's like 2 lanes, the school, and basically the parking's on this side. You get me? So he's driving. He's in this lane, the outer lane. And then this lane has, like, a motorbike. You know, like those Uber Eats cars, those bikes? So he's driving, and obviously he's bumping his music. He's feeling like the shit, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't actually see that there is this motorbike guy, like, in the other lane. So he does a sharp turn into the parking area, because obviously I'm assuming that my car was not going to be allowed inside, because I think he didn't have his student card, something like that. So he wanted to park on the outside parking. He just takes, like, this sharp turn to the point where, like, the bike basically rams into my side of the door. And basically it's a car accident. Like, the damage on the car was hectic. Like, my door was basically bent in on the passenger side. And obviously it's very traumatic for me, because, like, I had never been in an accident. When I say, like, I take care of the things that I love, like, I love that car. Like, I love it with all my heart. Like, I never, ever, not even a dent, not even a scratch. And here he is, basically almost totaling my car. And him and the driver start getting into it. Like, I'm still in shock. I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, oh my God, I knew it. Like, I knew it. I shouldn't have freaking been there. You get me? Until this day, he never paid for any of the damage that he did. Like, it was on me and my family. So my car's totaled. Like, it's a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. He never took any responsibility. He's buying... One thing about him, he used to buy himself clothes, he used to buy himself shoes and everything, and he actually didn't care that my car's totaled, and it is literally his fault. So I feel like at that point I was starting to realize, like, this guy's gonna end me. If he doesn't end me emotionally, it's gonna be physically, it's gonna be mentally. I need out of this relationship. Like, it's not gonna work. Like, it's really not gonna work. But again, do I listen? No. To myself? No. To anybody around me? No. But at that point I was just like, oh, you know what? We're gonna work through it. It happens. Boom, 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 boom. And Christmas rolls around. We do a whole Christmas shoot. Beyonce. Knowing that the relationship was actually deteriorating. Like, it was rotting from inside out at that point. It was after my 21st. You know, like, when your parents pass you the key. Seeing my mom. Like, my mom had, like, a speech. And that was, like, my light bulb moment. In her speech, she was basically talking about, like, how... she loves me and she wants the best for me, and like sometimes she feels like I'm making decisions that I'm not supposed to make. She prays that as she passes this key to me, like, it'll unlock good doors and close bad doors, and it did. Like, you know, when you hear a parent and you actually see them from like the sincerity, that's what it took for me. I love my mom. Like, my mom is like my ride or die, and in that moment I actually realized that this relationship is not gonna work. I basically like tried to break up with him over the phone, because I knew that like breaking up with him in person is practically impossible. I just want to break up with him at a distance. I basically like call him, this relationship's not working out, blah, 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 we have to break up. He's like, no, that's not happening, that's not happening. And then I just hang up, and then I text him like, dude, the relationship's over. And I block him. Bear in mind, Pop, of course, were with me at that time. Me and my homegirls, Bubbles, and Buttercup. And he starts blowing up my friend's phone, blowing up. And obviously, like, they're like, girl, what are we supposed to do? I'm like, please just ignore him, because I really don't want to be in this relationship, and I actually want to stand on business. He's spiraling at this point, calling my friends, texting my friends, and it's to the point where, like, my friends block him for the moment as well. They're like, we're not taking this. Okay, a couple of hours, because this happened, like, AMs, like, early in the morning, early afternoon. When it gets to the evening, he blows up my friend's phone again. And this time, he calls Buttercup. So Buttercup is over it. Like, she's trying to, like, tell him, like, stop blowing up my phone, you freaking weirdo. And she answers the phone, and I don't want to mention this, but I think I have to mention this because it's like such an integral part to the story. But this guy's brother is like his older brother is a very, very well-known artist, creator, whatever, very big, you know, whatever, and he has a very distinct voice and sound to him. You get me? I don't want to give it away, but like, yeah, he has a very distinct voice and sound and like persona to him. Like, when you hear the guy's voice, you'll know, oh, this is who's talking right now. You get? So my friend picks up the phone, and Jack is basically pretending to be his older brother. It doesn't get crazier than that. He's on the phone pretending to be his older brother. Like, when Buttercup calls me now, like, girl, like, his brother just called me, like, this is serious, what's going on? And I'm like, first of all, right, I had no serious frequent encounters with the brothers, and I had been dating this guy for close to almost a year at this point. I never really had like close personal encounters with this person unless it's like, oh, okay, at an event he's performing, blah 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 blah. So I was like, that's kind of odd. Why would Jack's brother call you if he's so concerned about his brother? I feel like he'd call me. So I immediately call bullshit, and so does Bubbles at that point. Bubbles was like, it can't be him. So we devised this plan where basically Buttercup is gonna call him back and see if it's still the brother, and when it's the brother, she's gonna add us onto the call. So basically, calls again, and Jack is pretending to be his brother again, putting on this voice, blah, blah, blah. And the moment, like, Buttercup adds me and Bubbles on the phone, because I was with Bubbles at that point, me and my homegirl just look at each other. Me and Bubbles are like, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this shit? Are you hearing this? This is some bull. We're like, to Buttercup, girl, this is not him. This is not the older brother. This is Jack. And obviously, like, Buttercup's like, no. She's like, she can't believe that somebody's crazy enough to do it. No. My ex was that crazy, okay? He was Joe Goldberg type of crazy. I swear, like, stalk me, impersonate people. Like, he was on one, guys. I swear to God. Like, this is crazy. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what are you and this man getting me into? Blah, blah. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to break up with this guy. Stop answering his phone. Just leave us. So we basically hang up the phone on him, and Buttercup and Bubbles both block him. So now he has like no way of contacting me. I go to bed, and then 3 o'clock in the morning, I kid you not, I get a call, and I see it's like some unknown number. So like, I'm seriously thinking that it's freaking Jack again, and I'm like, dude, like, I want to be like, I'm freaking sleeping, leave me alone, and block the number. So I answer, and it's actually his brother. It's actually his older brother. Like, I can hear now that, okay, this is not my man, this is not Jack. Like, you can tell, especially because like, he's younger. They do sound similar sometimes, but Jack's younger, so he doesn't have like that mature, deep voice vibe like his older brother will have. So I'm like, I get up from the bed, I'm like, damn, like, this must be serious. The older brother's like, oh, you good? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, okay, I'm calling because I want to understand what's going on. I'm like, what's going on? What? You get me? He's like, no, something happened. It's quite hectic, and I just want to understand what's going on. Like, I want to hear your side of the story. I'm thinking, okay, like, Jack is on one, you know what? So I tell the brother, like, through and through the story, like, okay, he's been unfaithful. I've been forgiving him. I'm over it. I'm breaking up with him. Long story short, but I give the details. And he's like, okay, that's crazy. Thank you. We're going to deal with it. Blah, 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 blah. And then I never heard from the brother again. Yeah. They came to me as this concern. We're concerned about both of you, concerned about the relationship, but I never heard about him again. And that's when I kind of realized, like, okay, something real is going on here. Something very serious is going on. I'm even going to call Bubbles to verify and to corroborate my story, because I feel like some of the things are so crazy and so outlandish. I need a witness. Oh my God, I'm so low. Hey girl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you, Chumi?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm so sorry to disturb in the AMs, yes. I am here doing a story time. Say hi to our studies.
Oh, hey YouTube. Hey subscribers.
Oh, and that's on fur. So I'm doing a story time on, you know, that ex-friend, that guy whose name shall not be mentioned. Okay, I'm gonna say it, but just blog.
Yo. Yo,
friend, trauma. So I'm here telling the story of the day where I was like trying to break up with him for good. Remember, like after my 21st and stuff, and how crazy he was acting.
Tell me, that wasn't crazy. That was just on another level, and I think he knows it as well. Because what?
Friend.
Your hour. And I was like, hey, well.
Friend, and the moment we entered the call, remember we were like, girl.
It's not him. It's not him.
But that's so crazy to pretend to be your older brother. Ha! Like,
and remember when he called us at like 3 a.m. and then like, what are you guys doing to? What is his real name? And I'm like, boy, if you don't stop right now.
Like, please go to sleep, go to bed, like actually rest, because help. Like somebody.
That was so scary. That is something you see in movies. I didn't think it
Friend,
ever like.
I was just saying this guy reminds me of Joe Goldberg, like the guy from You. He's actually not okay in the head. Like he's actually not okay. Not okay. But you know what? I was like, let me call my homegirl to corroborate my story, because sometimes, you know, when you tell a story and you're like listening to it, and like, this is so crazy. If there's no witnesses, like nobody's gonna believe you. Like, friend.
I won't lie. If I wasn't there and you told me the story, I wasn't gonna believe you.
Friend. Let me finish the story time.
Alright, girl. See you later.
Sharp, love you, Chomi.
Love you too. Bye.
So as you guys can see, there's no cap in my rap. Like, my homegirls were there when this entire thing happened. So yeah, back to the story. So obviously, like, after the brother calls me in the AMs, obviously I'm like, this is so serious, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, I actually tried calling him, Jack, to be like, okay, dude, like, what's going on? Because, like, this is very dramatic. You're calling my friends, you're pretending to be a brother, now your brother's calling me at 3 a.m. Like, what's happening? And he started answering the phone. So I'm like, okay, scary. I'm even there, I'm blocked. So, like, okay, maybe, like, a day or two later, his sister now calls me. And she's like, wait a minute, like, I had never had an interaction with the sister, like, before that, to my knowledge, actually, if I can remember. Like, we had never interacted like that. I think I had just met her, like, oh, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But other than that, like, there was no, like, in-depth, we going on lunches together type of beat. So, okay, fine. She calls me and, like, obviously, like, she's online. She's an older sister. She's online. She's like, I want to know what happened. Blah, blah, blah. Explain everything to me top to bottom. So I explained everything to her top to bottom. And I'm like, okay, this is what happened. This is when he cheated. This is when he cheated. This is when I found out this. This is what happened. This is what happened. Like, I'm telling her the low, full down of everything, because I'm thinking, oh, like, she's an older sister. Maybe she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. And, yeah, she really seemed like she was understanding where I was coming from until at some point I became public enemy number one, because I hadn't known what was going on until, like, she basically told me. I think she told me. She's like, yeah, something really bad happened. He's in the hospital, all these type of things. And, like, I'm thinking, damn, like, okay, this is still something that, like, I really care about. So I want to, like, see him and, like, maybe, like, speak to him or something like that. But obviously at that point, they protecting him. I was fully understanding of that. But things started getting wild because the sister now created, like, a group chat with me and his homeboys. And I think Bubbles was, Buttercup was on the group chat, or it was just me and the boys. And basically it became, like, this witch hunt, like, finger pointing on, like, who's the one who did this to Jack, what happened to Jack, because, how could you know, the group chat was called The Truth. Crazy business. I'm telling you, like, this is, like, Netflix series type of stuff. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, at this point now, it's, like, a hunt to see, like, where is he? What happened? Who is it? Because now we all started turning on each other, like, his homeboy started turning on me, my homeboy started turning on them and everything. Like, we were all basically, like, just pointing fingers at each other. Like, you did this, you did this, you did this. And basically that's how everything basically dismantled. The whole friendship dismantled. Because, like I said, like, everybody was intertwined. We were kind of like a family, you get. And after Jack's nonsense, honestly, just to show, like, how selfish he was. He only thought about himself. I kid you not. Everybody was just, like, in an uproar, essentially. Come to find, I think 2 weeks later, I'm also, like, in a state now because I'm feeling like I've done something to him. He's in the hospital. They don't want to tell me where he is. What if something happens? Blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, he comes back and he tells me the whole lowdown of what happened. So apparently that night when I broke up with him, Jack decided to, for real this time, by taking a bunch of, I don't know whether it's pain pills, sleep pills, or whatever. And yeah, he basically was trying to off himself. Which is essentially also very selfish because he knew it was going to be, it's my fault thing, you know. And they found him in town, then they took him to a hospital, and then from the hospital they took him to a mental institution. Which is so wrong because I felt like all my traumas and everything he put me through never came to light because I was just like that type of person where I take it to the chin and, like, keep my head up. So now I become again public enemy number one. And what do? I still stay with him. Because now I've been manipulated and put into this place. I have to laugh. Like, I genuinely have to laugh. I've been put in this place where I have to stay with this guy. I was like, he's gonna end up going to Vescopies again. Obviously at that point, like, I'm completely put off from the situation, but I'm trying to, like, I don't want this one to off himself. Like, I've already seen part 1. I'm not trying to go through another part 2 where, like, everybody makes me seem like I'm this bad guy. So the relationship continues, and eventually, like, I'm like, no, it's just not working. It's really just not working. It's really because, like, he had went back to Limbs to now go back to school properly, and I was just like, now there's, like, a complete distance, and he's around people that love him and care about him and everything. Maybe it'll be better. So that's when I break up with him, and a lot more things happen, but like that's just like the lowdown of like the craziest. Actually, it's like the craziest experience of my life. Craziest experience of my life. Like, and I feel like after the accident, like after that, boom, I swear, I was awake. Okay. You know what? That's my trauma. That's my trauma, and let's chatter about my traumas and my experiences. Because I honestly feel like I'm not the only one. Like, if you guys have also been in like toxic relationships or have experienced similar red flags or things, like, please give me the reassurance that like I wasn't a madman at the time. Because I'm convinced like Corobella was at play. You know, but SMS Dr. Love. I am convinced somebody SMS Dr. Love for me, because why was I there? What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh my days. And I think I'm just such a lover girl. I'm just such a lover girl. I don't know why I do this to myself. But I'm a changed woman. Listen, I'm a thug, okay? Don't play by me. Clock it. So that's all for the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and staying this long. Don't forget to interact. Let's chat in the comments, because I love speaking to you guys. You guys are so funny. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so cool. So I love responding to the comments and hearing your guys' opinions, your guys' thoughts, and all these type of things. Also, don't forget, we are currently running a giveaway where you and a friend or 2 lucky subscribers can win 10,000 Rand worth of prizes. It's gonna be some cute stuff, like hair, a nice spa treat. Like, I'm gonna go jam for my girls. You get me, guys? Because I know I have male subscribers as well. So, see you guys in the next video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, and see you guys in the next video. Oh, don't forget to share what other type of content you guys will see, because I know that this video was suggested to me. Somebody said they wanted a story time and fashion video. So, thank you very much for that. And yeah, see you guys in the next